Hey, JJ Velasquez here, and today I want to talk about fitness plateaus. You hear this all the time. I'm just not losing any more weight. Nothing's happening. I've been working out. I've been doing this, and this. I'm not making any more progress. I feel like I'm in a plateau. So first off, we want to talk about if you really are in a plateau, and then also what to do about this plateau to get out of this plateau if it is true. So first off, we want to start off by what makes you think you're in a plateau. Are you weighing yourself? Are you actually doing anything to track your progress? Are you tracking measurements? Are you tracking your weight every week? Not every single day, because your weight's going to fluctuate every single day up and down just by, based on water weight and everything like that. So we don't want to weigh ourselves every day, first off. So we actually want to, like I said, decide if this really is a plateau. How many weeks have we been stuck in this plateau? If it's only been a week or two, that's not a plateau. A real plateau, we're talking like it's been months and months and months. You're not seeing any results, you're not seeing any progress. But the first thing, like I said, we need to actually ask yourself, are we actually measuring our progress? Do we know how much weight we did last week? Do we know what we weighed last week? Are we paying attention to the workouts that we're doing? Are we getting stronger? Are we paying attention and actually tracking a lot of these things that we should be tracking? Because chances are, you might think, oh, I'm not getting stronger, or I'm not losing weight or anything like that, but really you're losing inches of fat and you don't even realize it. So the first thing we have to do is, like I said, we have to track all these areas to see if we can really, if we really are stuck in a plateau. And that's also how we're going to measure progress. If we don't measure anything, how are we supposed to know we're getting better at anything? So the first thing, like I said, we want to do, and one thing I always suggest for lots of my clients as well, we're going to take progress pictures. We're going to weigh yourselves every single week. We're going to take body measurements. We're going to track the weight you were lifting, the workouts you were doing, and we're going to monitor those on a weekly basis to see how you're improving and everything like that. So that's the first thing we want to start off with. Are you actually tracking all these things I just talked about? Your weight, your measurements, your weight lifted, how you're doing with the exercises now. We need to start there. So okay, let's say we tracked all those things and we're not making progress. Well, why is that? Well, chances are it's because you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. You keep doing the same workouts, you keep doing the same exact rep ranges, the same exact order, the same amount of sets, the same rest periods. You're doing everything the same and expecting a different result. So when anytime it comes to our fitness, as we're getting in better shape, as we're making progress, we're gonna get to that level where these workouts become easier, or just our body gets used to them. So it's at that point where we have to be adjusting our exercises, be adjusting our workouts, changing things, changing rep ranges, changing rest periods, adding more weight, doing things to increase the intensity. Because like I said, if you've been doing the same thing over and over and over again, well, your body's already used to it. So that's the first thing we have to do. Another thing is, are you actually tracking your progress? Like I said, do you know how much weight you lifted last week on the bench press, on the squat? If you don't even know how much weight you did, how are you supposed to improve on this? How are you supposed to improve on that this week? So that's the first thing we want to do, is actually start tracking our workouts, start actually paying attention to what we did last week, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, to see if we're improving. And some days it's, hey, we got one more rep. Some days it's, we went up 5 pounds. It's a small progress. That's called progress. It's not going to be 10 pounds a week and all these crazy things every single week, but a little progress is all we need. So first off, we want to start by measuring those. Like I said, paying attention to our workouts. Another thing is actually, are we paying attention to our food? Are we just guessing what we're doing with our nutrition? That's another big mistake. We have to be tracking our food and seeing exactly where we're at, seeing where we're at with our calories. If the goal is weight loss and the goal is fat loss, we have to make sure we're in a calorie deficit. So we don't know that unless you're actually tracking your foods. You could be doing all the workouts you want, but if we don't know how much calories we're burning, if we don't know if we're in a calorie deficit and how much calories we're eating, then we don't know if we're in a deficit. So we could stay stuck because, like I said, we're not tracking our food either. So like I said, when it comes to a plateau, first off, we want to make sure we're actually in a plateau. Then we want to look at what exactly we're doing, with our workouts, with our nutrition, everything like that. Are we doing everything right? Do we need to do a better job with that? Do we need to do a better job with tracking? And then it comes to, okay, say we are in a plateau, or say we want to get different results. Well, we have to do something differently. We cannot keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. If the workouts are getting too easy, if you're getting stronger, well, we need to keep that going. That's one of the things that, like I said, I always do for a lot of my clients. As you're losing weight, as you're making progress, well, we want to adjust the exercises. That way you keep making progress. So we're not plateauing. We can't keep doing the same thing over and over. So we want to make those adjustments. We want to keep the intensity up. That way you're constantly challenged. Your body's going to be getting stronger. You're going to be losing more weight. You're going to keep making progress. So we have to look at exactly what we're doing. Like I said, the rep ranges, the rest periods, the sets, the order, the full workout, and then we want to slowly start increasing the intensity, change things up and everything like that, to create a different result. Maybe we're going to do a new plan now. We're going to do new workouts. We're going to challenge your body in new ways. New stimulus equals new results. So that's exactly what we want to do. So when we start challenging our body in new ways, when we start paying attention to what we're doing with our nutrition, when we start paying attention to what we're doing with our workouts, and we're tracking the progress and tracking what we did last week and 2 weeks ago compared to now, and we see what we're doing and we're increasing weight, we're getting stronger, we're losing more pounds, well, then we're on the right track again, and we're no longer in that plateau. So like I said, it all comes down to just figuring out if you really are stuck, why you're stuck, and then we need to figure out a game plan to start doing things differently, to start increasing the intensity, and like I said, so we can start increasing the results. So that's all we got to do to get out of a plateau. Don't let the mindset get you down. Don't think that just because you're stuck or you haven't made progress for a couple weeks that you're going to give up. Sometimes this happens. It's just part of the process. There'll be weeks that maybe the scale doesn't go down. That doesn't mean you're in a plateau. It just means that, hey, let's just keep up the good work, and let's keep tracking our progress, and let's see what the results say in a couple weeks. Sometimes it may take a few weeks before you're getting 5 pounds stronger or you start losing that pound, but just know that it's all part of the process. It's all normal. Have that positive mindset. Hey, you know what? I'm going to keep working hard. I'm going to keep doing what it takes. I'm going to look at areas that I can improve on, and maybe some areas that I need help on, get the help that I need, figure out new ways of doing things, and keep going, and just bust through those plateaus. And that's how we're going to do it. If you have any other questions, comments, leave them below. Like and subscribe for more. No excuses. Let's go.